Hello and welcome everyone. It is a beautiful day, at least at the moment. It's in the high 60s, the sun is out. I'm over at the Boardwalk and just wanted to spend some time over here, and quite honestly, right across the way is one of the few really cool spots on Disney property that I can actually enjoy a cigar. So I thought I'd come over here and show you guys a bit of the Boardwalk, and then I'll probably head back, not probably, I will head back into Epcot. We'll see what kind of trouble we can get into. All right, walking into the front of the Boardwalk. Seeing is believing. Wonderful. Let's go see it. Let's go. Let's all go. Let's go. That's an awesome chandelier, to say the least. A little place to stop and grab a drink. It's artwork of what it would look like at the turn of the century at the Boardwalk. Has such a turn of the century vibe to it. It's themed after that, you know, like Atlantic City. The Bellevue room, lounge and game room, that's probably what I just saw. Let's go look at the famous creepy chairs. I can't remember, there's a specific name that they have. I'll have to look it up on my phone real quick. The famous nanny chairs. There's another one in the corner, they're both identical. Apparently used for caregivers. Featuring carved wooden faces with intense expressions inspired by 1800s European carousel seats. They were intended for caregivers to watch children. Imagine if you're a little kid and you wake up in the middle of the night and that's looking over at you. So cool, so creepy. All right, let's head out where all the action is. Beautiful patio out here. My first introduction to this hotel was actually with Jill. We came for a wedding. This is one of the venues we were looking at to get married at, but then this little thing called COVID happened, and we would have had to have been married wearing masks and have our photos done wearing face masks, and there's absolutely no way that was going to happen. Fun, true story. The last time Jill and I were staying at the Swan and Dolphin, over that way is Epcot, and there was a massive, and I mean massive, like it made the news, storm. It was basically like a monsoon, and we left the park, and everyone was staying back, trying to stay out of all the rain and lightning, and we kept trying to get to our hotel walking, and we kept going through these areas to get coverage from the storm. And then the lightning really started hitting, and we decided, let's stay safe and we waited in this store right here with like 50 other people that were in here waiting the storm out. I'll always remember that. Got those old Boardwalk games, style games. I think this one, like, you shoot lobsters into a pot. I'll have to try it sometime. And there is the Dolphin, part of Swan and Dolphin. Jill and I have stayed there a couple times. Fantastic resort. Great music in the background. Great atmosphere. What more could I want? Well, except for maybe Jill sitting next to me. I love moments like this. I've got this whole section of the boardwalk to myself, basically. Once again, feeling blessed. Looks like they have turned the lights on the boardwalk. Might be tough to see, but it's always really neat at night when everything's illuminated. I'm right next to the Atlantic Dance Club. Be kind of cool to check this out one night. They don't open till 8 o'clock, but they're open till 1 in the morning. They're only open, at least this time of the year, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. I love the architecture on this building, Crest of the Wave. Such a great place to just come and get your steps in if you want to. According to my phone, I've already walked 2 miles today. And I've got a lot more to go going back into Epcot. Got the Flying Fish restaurant. I have not been there yet. The Abracadabar, really cool Houdini-inspired bar. Really good Sazeracs, if you like Sazeracs. Highly recommended. Haven't been here, the Trattoria Al Forno. The Boardwalk Deli. We're rolling in dough. Haha, I get it. They've got some pretty good sweet treats in there too. Ice cream parlor, Boardwalk ice cream. And you've got the cake bake shop, which Jill and I still have to go to. The last time we were over here, it was packed. There was quite a wait. Really like to try their cakes. They're known for awesome cakes that come in at about $22 a slice. Yes, you heard that right, $22 a slice. But it does say they're good for 1 to 2 people at least, so that's good. You can see how cool this place gets when they turn those lights on. Got the sun going down just past the dance hall. That's literally right where I just was. We've got this nice little section of boardwalk. Just a beautiful resort. Just things you can do as a pass holder. Just come in, walk on over from Epcot. Pretty slick. It's actually a nice little walk over here. And just a couple minutes later, we're here at the other entrance into Epcot. Friendship boats. with Paris right behind it, or France, I should say. Right now, the Skyliners are not running. They're down for refurbishment. All right, I've got to grab my pass so I can get in. Be back in just a second. All right, we are back in. Definitely want to do some rides, and actually, I'm really hungry. I want to get something else from one of the new showcases of the Festival of the Arts. I've got my eye on a couple things. We'll see how the lines look for certain showcases, because they can be long. Walking into the United Kingdom area, looking at the booklet that you get when you come in. I really want to try, oh wait, that's the wrong thing, hold on. Really want to try this beef Wellington inspired croissant supreme. It's at the Craftsman's Courtyard. I just have to find it. It is definitely hopping tonight. Okay, the beef Wellington inspired croissant supreme with cream spinach croissant pinwheel, mushroom gorgonzola ragout, mustard grilled flank steak, red wine sauce, and pickled mustard seeds. Let's see how this is. All right, I think I figured it out. I'm sitting on this little ledge while I have this up on the table. Because, you know, everyone wants to watch me eat, right? Wow. That's incredible. The beef is so tender with kind of the little bit of a crust from the croissant. That is so good no matter where you are. That's the nice thing about these festivals, is they bring a lot of unique foods to the park. Wow. That steak is perfectly cooked. Very impressive. It was just over $9. All right, that beef Wellington croissant was fantastic. Like, not really, it was good for amusement park food. I mean, it's fantastic. You know, they get some really good chefs for these events, and that was awesome. I devoured it before talking about it more, but the gorgonzola, I couldn't really taste too much of the gorgonzola, but that could be just because it was balanced so well. The cream spinach in there with the steak, everything. It was awesome. I can't recommend it enough. It's like a party going on right now. And I think it's time to do some rides before the park closes. Monorail line. Okay, I'm gonna try it. There goes the monorail. I know. Wasn't as good as Adam. All right, looking at times. A lot of stuff is just at 5 minutes. I'm trying to think of stuff that I have not filmed in videos. Living with the Land, I don't think I've done. Mission Space, I have, but it's a lot of fun. Soaring Around the World, I actually have never done here, only in California Adventure. And then Guardians of the Galaxy, sitting at 85 minutes. All right, because they are fun and I hate waiting, I decided to do Soarin' and Living with the Land. I wish this had smell-o-vision. The smell of that popcorn is incredible. Look at that whole little stand. It almost looks like a part of a monorail. So cool looking. Check that out, Spaceship Earth in the background. Beautiful. It's amazing how some of these parks just really come alive at night. And just like that, I think I'm walking the wrong way. I still have to learn these parks out here. It's cool going ways that I've never seen before, though. So beautiful here. I need some Disney park friends, like bad. I have fun with Jill, but my endurance in the parks is pretty much never ending. I can pretty much stay all day. And Jill, she's usually done after like, you know, a few hours, like normal human beings, but I'm a whack job. All right. The Land featuring Soarin'. Last time I was in here was like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. I was with Jill, and I didn't do a video that night. I just wanted to hang out with her. And they were playing music from the movie Hook. I know that soundtrack really well. I know my John Williams soundtracks, and that just kind of blew my mind. They're playing that.
At all times. Parents, please supervise your children and refrain from flash photography or using video games until we reach
Right, living with the land.
but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich in protective living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicine, and other elements essential to our lives. In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to
like
survive
this section,
in these harsh
it gets
conditions
hot in here
make use of what little water they can
to show the
find
heat
and
from the
avoid
desert.
scorching rays of the relentless sun. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land.
I'm going
In our
into
search
the red
for more
barn.
efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods.
In Japan, we're learning that by mixing leaves and other living materials into our soil, we can make farmland more fertile without the need for chemicals.
Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future.
Pineapple. There's some stuff in here that I've actually never even heard of, like breadfruit.
The greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many
edible
are rich in
leaves.
vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking.
Pineapple guava. Cassava, source of tapioca. See, you learn something every day.
The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources.
Hidden Mickey, kind of hard to see it, but. And then straight on to Soarin'. "15 minutes, not bad."
Safety information.
Patrick
When the
Warburton.
doors to your flight open, please take a seat. Store all carry-on items in the underseat compartment. This includes cameras, purses, hats, and of course, these little dudes.
Wow, it got really dark coming out of Soarin'. That was absolutely fantastic. Just different ride than what's in California, but same concept. You're basically flying over different parts of the world. But I think in California, if I'm not mistaken, it's all California. Here, that opening scene when you're flying over, it's like ice-capped mountains. Man, that really got my attention. You're feeling like if you fall out of your seat, you're gonna have a bad time. Let me just put it that way. So that really got my attention. It was pretty awesome. Really enjoyed it, especially the smells, like going over certain areas. Like I think it was like Africa or something. You could smell like grass, and I can't remember all the other stuff, but it's a cool ride, fun experience. Well, I just got a text message from Jill. She just cooked dinner. As much as I'd like to stay, I can come here any night I want. So I think I'm gonna head out and be with her. She, I think I said before, she couldn't make it. She got sick, like, it's been over a week now. I think she picked up some bug working. Unfortunately, Orlando in this area, especially Disney, you get a lot of people from around the world, so get a lot of, viruses, unfortunately, from all corners of Earth. So that's why she's not here. But thank you so much for joining me, whoever made it this far. And man, listen to this music. Look at, like, behind me, you got Spaceship Earth. Hopefully I don't get whacked with some copyright issues. I did in my last Epcot video, like literally the last one when I was at the Festival of the Arts. So that's always a concern. We'll see what happens. Otherwise, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.